Hey YouTube family, it's your girl Jazzy, getting jazzy with jazz. And if y'all want to have a good time, YouTube family, just like I do, come on over. And I need y'all to go ahead and do this for me, like, comment, and subscribe. And then we're going to get the party started. Good morning, YouTube family. Happy hump day. So we finna get into this Love Island USA, and that is going to be season 7, episode 20. And I'm just gonna say that this was some recoupling going on before, by the villa and Casa. So Sierra, Elsa and Vanna, they talking. Taylor and Clark, they talking. And TJ is trying to keep his connection. That he's just really trying to keep connection. And I'm gonna tell y'all, Vanna really looks like Hannah to me. And then Sierra, Alandria, and Hurricane Hooter. Skip. And Sierra says that she is liking her connection. And she says that she keeps thinking about Nick. Think about what she said. And Casa Moore gets a text for a recoupling. And then after they, do their little chit chat and all that stuff, then a message comes up and it says, stating that we love our fans, but cyberbullying is not okay. And y'all should know that cyberbullying is not okay. You can have your feelings and your opinions all day long, which I have my opinions and all that stuff, but it takes too much time to do cyberbullying. So Amaya and Zach, with a K, talk. And then he also expresses that he has a connection as well, but he likes her. And Amaya and Zach share a sweet kiss again. They so sweet. I just like them together. And then back at the villa, Taylor and Coco, they talk about how he is feeling. And then Taylor he ain't smiled a whole lot. He ain't smiled at all in a long time, in a minute. So she was like, how you doing? How you feeling? And then he just smiling, just a smiling and cheesing. And then he said that he hates the love triangle in between him and Alandria. And then he says that he is not worrying with what's she doing right now. And I said, Didn't y'all know that? He ain't worried about Alandria. It's like every single body on this show, when I tell y'all they play games, they play games. He said it. 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 He ain't worried about my Alandria. I said, dang. And I always knew that he was going to be the way that he is. And then he said it wouldn't be fair to, his current connection that he has now. And he says that it wouldn't be fair. And he said he got plenty of love to give. And it ain't just he not only stuck to Alandria. I said, oh, God dang. And then Nick says that he is looking forward to recoupling with her. And I said, And meanwhile, Sierra, she crying over Nick. And I'm like, girl, no, not Nick. We're not going to cry over him. We're not going to cry over Nick, okay? And I wasn't getting the connection. But you have to say this. They had sex. So with that being said, that changes everything. And then she is kind of like crashing out, but she not Hooter style now. But she crashing out. And she just ran. And then she said she just nervous about the connection in the villa. And she pretty much nervous that Nick gonna leave her. And Nick tells Ace that this is his first time being on the chopping block. And then Ace, he gonna say he not on the chopping block. And then Shelly saying that she misses Ace. I said, Shelly misses Ace, but do Ace miss her? But she said that she is building a connection with Zach. The other side. And Zach, well, let's just say, Amaya tells Alandria that she had a kiss with Zach. And then she said, thank you. I appreciate you coming to me and telling me and being woman enough to come and tell her. Because it's like, you know, some of these folks cannot be woman enough to say nothing. Especially not about a situation like that. That's a hard, tough situation. And going back to the villa, Ace says that he likes Coco a lot. And Taylor says he is in a coupling with Coco, but he is in a confusing place, and he loves the conversation with Clark. And he says if Coco does not pick him, then maybe Clark will. And I'm like, really? You there? And Taylor and Coco, they talk. He said that he nervous as ever. And Jaden tells Nick that she has a strong connection with Austin as well. And TJ and Jaden, they talk. Now, Jaden, girl, you been around the block. Yeah. She look a little bit older than the age that she's saying that she is. But it's okay. And then they get a text to the villa. And then it's a text to Casa. And Sierra gets a text saying that Amaya is single and vulnerable. And Amaya has to be the first person to go to the fire pit. And then the text was received saying, whoever has a strong connection with Amaya, stand up. And when I watched this episode, I was so nervous. I was so nervous. And then Zach stood up. He stood up. And Amaya starts to cry. And Alandria begins to look a certain way before saying, it's okay. Enjoy your man. Now, when she say stuff like that, I be thinking that she be being a smart ass, but that's just her personality. And she said, enjoy your man. And she really meant enjoy your man. And all the ladies, they cry, including Shelly. And Amaya is told by Alandria she respects her for telling her. And no one can be strong for her. Then Zach says, he just jump up. Zach says that he had to explore and go by his feelings. And he also told Alandria that no one is blind. And then my girl, Bombshell, she tells him that no one is blaming him, and they not, cause he a good boy. He is a good dude. And he says that he gets it and he understands, but he know that they cool. He know that the girls is cool like that. So he just don't want to just, step in and just mess up anything. And he said he don't want to be the villain. He said, but if he got to be the villain, he will be the villain. Then Huda crying, saying, what about Taylor? What about Taylor? Oh my girl, hush. And then she says, it's okay. We will find our way back to each other. And then no one comes to stand behind Alandria. She is single. Huda taking it harder before she cries, saying that this not fair. And then Alandria said, she said, this really hurt. This really did hurt my feelings. I like Alandria. She's okay. And Alandria said, it's okay. She'll be strong. And she said she's been single for 5 years and she wanted to find love so bad, but it just didn't work out like that. And then I said, wow. So she got to go home, and then she had to pack her bags and stuff like that. And all the women, they went up there with her, and then they was all crying. And I mean, it did tear me up, because I'm like, wow, you just don't be expecting, you just never expect who goes home to go home. And then it's a text in the villa, and TJ stands in front of the fire pit, and a lady that stands that has a better connection with TJ. And TJ, and surprisingly, Venom, they are now a couple. And then Ace and Coco. Because Ace was up there himself. And Ace and Coco, she ended up, getting up and standing up there with him. And I said, I like them, I guess. And then Taylor, he's in the fire pit. And Clark, she got up. And I said, oh, Clark. I said, okay. He wanted her anyway. And then Nick is going. And then Nick going home, y'all. Can y'all believe it? Nick is going home. Can y'all believe it? Nick is going home. Nick is going home. Yay! We think he going home. He packed up his little suitcase just like Alandria did. She packed up her suitcase. And then she left. And then before Nick could even, stand out in front of the villa, then here come a car. It's a love car coming. And then I'm like, oh, so they finna take him home. And then Alandria, she said, Nick, come on. Hurry up. And then he started running, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, y'all. I really don't know what's going on. I said, is this supposed to be something else? Are they tricking us? Tricky. I promise y'all, I think that it's something deeper that's going on. Because the whole thing is, they had my blood pressure up and boiling the whole time. And then I didn't want Alandria to go home. I didn't want her to be on the chopping block or nothing. And I just knew how Shelly was going to take it. And I just knew how all the ladies was going to take it. Even Huda. Because, I mean, it's sad. It was really, really sad, y'all. However, they both end up in the car, in the truck. And it say love Jeep. And I said, are they trying to tell us something without telling us? And making us just think? Let's see. We'll see. We definitely see. And no episode tonight. And the reason why is because it's hump day. So that was Love Island, season 7, episode 20. And love was all right, and love was loving. Castle was castling, and the villain was villain. Couples were getting coupled up and recoupled up. And unexpected happened. But all in all, it was a good show. It was a great show. Great show, y'all. Again, that's Love Island, season 7, episode 20. And I love y'all, YouTube. I'm going to get this uploaded, and y'all have a good morning and good hump day. Like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all later, YouTube. And YouTube, that was the video. And what I want y'all to do is like, comment, and subscribe. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, YouTube family.